Hello, I'm Archer Evelyn, and this is Eternal Life Church. And today I want to talk to you about what is the second coming of Christ. Well, there's a good book by my teacher, Paramahansa Yogananda, that talks about that, and it's called The Second Coming of Christ. And it's the concept of Christ that I personally think is a lot better than the one that most people think of. Well, yeah, a lot of people think that Jesus is going to descend from like this super amazing thing coming from the clouds and come down to Jerusalem, and it's interesting. That would be really cool if that happened. But again, I think a much better concept of Christ is that Christ is not confined to just one single individual like Jesus. Like they would have you believe in the main canon of the Bible, the King James version of the Bible. We're beginning to realize now how propaganda can come in very quickly into things, and how things can be changed and altered to serve a select group of people with a lot of temporal power. So how much of that has happened to the Bible over however long it's been around? Certainly the Bible is an important book, and I'm not in any way taking away from the Bible. I'm just trying to find what's the truth, right? Personally, I've got a friend that he doesn't like. It's not that he hates him, but he's very suspicious of the Apostle Paul, and for good reason. A lot of people sometimes think that the Apostle Paul was the first pope, and there are a lot of folks that aren't that fond of the Roman Catholic Church for good reasons. So anyway, I don't want to get into that. I want to stick to this idea of the second coming of Christ, and Christ is like an achievement, a realization. So if you're a Christ, that means that your soul shines through everything. You've eroded your ego, and you're a full and complete window through which God can reveal himself. And that's what Jesus was, right? I would like to see a lot more people like that here on earth. And the reason I created this church was because I feel like this is part of the way that we make that a reality. So the idea that more people work and do the spiritual work, the physical work, the mental work to create a home for Christ to live within their own body. So that's the idea of Christ that I like, instead of this idea of one Jesus coming back to one spot. I would rather there be 20 or 30 of them in my state, or however many. How about 20 or 30 of them in my town? That would be awesome. How much better would our world be if there were all these Christs around? I think it would be better. So that's the concept of Christ that I like, where Christ arises in a whole bunch of people. So you have John the Christ, Philip the Christ, Tina the Christ, Lolita the Christ, whatever, right? I'm getting a little bit far afield, but that's the reality of what I'm talking about, is that Christ can exist in all of us. He's like, God is already in us. God is part of us. He's closer than our own heartbeat. He knows us more intimately than anyone, even our own mothers, who really knew us from like the very first beginning. So that's it for this video. Hopefully you got some use out of it, and hopefully it'll inspire you to start making a home for Christ. And we have resources here for you on that. Check out my other videos. Feel free to share this, give it a thumbs up and a like if you liked it, and of course subscribe if you want to I guess, be alerted to more videos. I'm here to help. This church is here to help. And I'm going to sign off now by saying, as always, the light in me honors the light in you. Peace, and may God love you. Bye-bye. Well, I should say he already does love you, but may he bless you, okay? All right.